Howdy, this is Michael Good from reapertrades.com. I have a short 30-second trade recap for today, and then I'm going to be talking about trading, research, and development, and what the heck that means and why it's important. Anyway, one real trade today. Ants just covered it short here and here. Not bad covers because considering I was in the middle of a house inspection on a house I'm looking to buy while doing that. So yeah, I mean, eventually it will collapse back to 1, but I gotta take profits, and felt really bad at 2, but felt better as it bounced up. So I'll take that. And so let's look at a multi-day chart here. Here's our ants, and Hop Hog was the other one. I just scalped that short, really. It was funny. Hop Hog, I wasn't planning on scalping it short, but I shorted it at the crack, whatever, on 310 or so later in the day. And then Tim Sykes shorted right after me. And I'm like, it dropped a bit after that, so I'm like, okay, I'll take some of my tiny profits. I just don't want to deal with this stupid choppy stock. Anyway, nice profit day. Moving on, trading, research, and development. What the heck that is and why it's important. I need to ask you a question. How much time do you spend on researching, developing new ways to trade, and then just refining your current ways to trade? Most people don't put nearly enough time in it, especially the beginning traders. It's sort of funny. It's the reverse of what you'd think it is. That the most experienced traders put more work into updating and refining their strategies. Maybe not into like finding completely new strategies, but definitely into updating and refining their current strategies than do beginning traders. Beginning traders put in hardly any work at all a lot of the time, and that's why most of them fail. It's because they're not willing to put forth the effort that it takes. Last week, or the end of last week, the beginning of this week, the end of last week was pretty horrible for me, but I noticed a neat little correlation, statistical effect, pattern, a neat little pattern that will help me potentially make money in the future. Is it a trading strategy? No, but it's a little something I know that most people don't know, and it can help me potentially make profits in the future. Am I going to tell you what it is? No. I don't even know if it will make me money. And another thing, like I recently restarted my long-term shorting strategy. Highly changed because long-term borrows on shorts are so much harder nowadays, and the risk of getting bought in is so much larger. But so far it's done well. Ants was my second stock I've traded like that. Amel was the first, and I would have done even better on Amel if I just held it short. I mean, look at this. So $2,500 or so in profits in a few weeks is not bad for a new trading strategy. Especially considering, I never risked more than $8,000 at any one time, and only a relatively few number of trades. So, also, especially for people that trade in the gutter of the stock market, I mean, it's pump and dumps. It's not just the patterns that matter. Like, I could say, oh, let's just look at the chart patterns, but also understanding why things happen, how pump and dumps work, who runs them, understanding who the different stock pumpers are. TATF today. I was expecting this. I unfortunately had that house inspection, but I was expecting something like a gap into major crap, and I was looking to short it, even though it was a 4-cent stock. Why? Because I know who's pumping it. I know who Titan Stocks is, I know who Monster Stocks is, I know who Penny Pick is, I know exactly how they did this pick, and how the pump would play out. And by the way, they're all the same.